Late October always brought an unsettling chill in the usually bustling cityscape of Minneapolis. The streets, emptied unusually early, now echoed only with the distant buzz of sparse traffic. It was a typical closing shift at the office, spanning beyond the loyal hands of the clock, which I watched eagerly strike 10 p.m. As the last files shuffled their way into the metal drawers, the sense of solitude within the office's gray walls thickened. Starting from the main work floor, I began the solemn ritual of turning off the lights, the sharp clack of each switch magnifying the heavy silence. Each bulb extinguished seemed to pull the warmth from the air, leaving a cold, palpable stillness. The monitors flickered out, one by one, to a deep black, mirrors reflecting the sparse moonlight slicing through the window blinds. Clutching my bag a bit tighter, I proceeded to the rear exit. This part of the building, rarely frequented, always seemed uncomfortably alien, especially when bathed in the shadows of night. I could see the street through the frosted glass of the door, empty, save for a flickering street lamp that rather failed at its one job. Locking the door added a finality that I felt in my bones, the click of the deadbolt resonating a bit too ominously. As I descended the small set of steps to make my way across the vacant parking lot, a sense of unease washed over me. The lamp's flicker seemed more erratic, and each flicker appeared as a staccato interruption to night's embrace. My footsteps against the gravel sounded abnormally crisp, almost invasive in the quiet. Halfway to my car, I paused, sensing a distinct shift in the air. The stillness seemed laden with expectation, as if the night held its breath. There, across the lot, near the furthest corner of the fencing, was a silhouette. Slender and still, it appeared almost absorbed by the darkness. Rationality whispered it was just a stray wanderer, yet the figure's stillness seemed unnatural, as if caught in an unseen tableau. I picked up my pace, the clatter of my keys sharply cutting through my rising fear. As the silhouette began drifting, not walking, towards the dim aura of my car's parking light, a visceral dread unfurled within me. At my car, hands shaking, I unlocked the door and willed a quick escape from the escalating tension that clawed at my periphery. As I drove away, I stole a glance in my rearview mirror. The figure had reached the spot I had just vacated, standing unmoving beneath the flickering lamp. Its face, hidden in the uneven light, seemed to watch me fleeing yet made no move to follow. It wasn't until the next morning when a colleague called, her voice trembling, reporting the horrifying early hours discovery by another team arriving for the morning shift, a young woman, life extinguished brutally, found murdered near the fence where the unexplained silhouette had merged with shadows. The image of that night, that figure beneath the fickle light, imprisons me in a cyclic reverie of speculation and dread. What malevolent events unfolded in the darkness after I left? Could an early departure have rewritten that chilling narrative? The memory haunts, relentlessly vivid, etching a perennial echo of that night's unseen terror.